Desktop environments and window managers are not the same.
No.
A desktop environment includes all the software needed for a desktop, including a window manager. But a window manager only manages the windows and does not include any other software. Sometimes window managers provide extra features, such as a pager.
That's right, Robin. Let's take a look at some desktop environments, right? First, we have GNOME. Now, this is a desktop environment composed entirely of free and open source software. It's an international project that includes creating software development frameworks, selecting application software for the desktop, and working on the programs which manage application launching, file handling, and window and task management. GNOME is part of the GNU project, and it can be used with various Unix-like operating systems. Now, most notably, those built on top of the Linux kernel and the GNU userland, and it's really a part of the Java desktop system in Solaris.
KDE is a free software project based around its flagship product, a cross-platform desktop environment designed to run on Linux, Windows, and Mac OS X systems. The goal of the project is to provide basic desktop functions and applications for daily needs, as well as tools and documentation for developers to write standalone applications for the system. In this regard, the KDE project serves as an umbrella project for many standalone applications and smaller projects that are based on KDE technology. KDE software is based on the Qt toolkit. The original GPL version of the toolkit only existed for the X11 platform, but with the release of Qt4, GPL versions are available for all platforms. This allows for KDE software based on Qt4 to also be distributed to Microsoft Windows and Mac OS X.
That's right. And XFCE is a free software desktop environment for Unix and other Unix-like platforms, such as Linux, Solaris, and BSD. Now, it aims to be fast and lightweight while still being visually appealing and easy to use. The current version of XFCE is 4.6. It's modular and reusable. It consists of separately packaged components that really together provide the full functionality of the desktop environment. Now, however, it can be selected in subsets to create a user's preferred personal working environment. XFCE is mainly used for its ability to run a modern desktop environment and relatively modest hardware. It's based on the GTK plus 2 toolkit. That's the same as GNOME. It uses the XFWM window manager. Its configuration is entirely mouse-driven, and the configuration files are hidden from the casual user.
Now we'll have a quick look at some of the window managers. Compiz is one of the first composing window managers for the X Windows system that uses 3D graphics hardware to create fast compositing desktop effects for window management. The effects, such as the minimization effect and a cube workspace, are implemented as loadable plugins. Because it conforms to the Interclient Communication Conventions Manual standard, Compiz can be substituted for the default metacity in GNOME or KWin in KDE. Compiz plugins include the famous cube effect, Alt-Tab application switching with live previews or icons, and a feature similar to Expose.
Now, Flexbox is a stacking window manager for the X Windows system that aims to be lightweight. Its user interface has only a taskbar, a pop-up menu. It's accessible by right-clicking on the desktop, and minimal support for graphical icons. Now, all basic configurations are controlled by text files, including the construction of menus and the mapping of key bindings. Flexbox has a high compliance to the Extended Window Manager hints specification. Now, there's some eye candy in Flexbox: colors, gradients, borders, all the things we like, right? We're all used to that. It has other basic appearance attributes which can be specified. Recent versions supported rounded corners and graphical elements, and because of its small memory footprint and quick loading time, Flexbox is really popular in many live CDs such as Knoppix, STD, and Gparted.